Hey guys, how's it going? I just need to change my webcam. Here we go. That's better. Now you can see my big comfy Christmas jumper in all its glory. Um, cool. So we're just waiting to join some more tables. No one's joining this one. Um, but so while we're waiting, I guess I'll talk about like how my recent run has been. Run is probably an appropriate word, seeing as I've recently been suffering with those. I've had pretty bad stomach problems, and that's why I've not been streaming recently. Well, I have been streaming, but in a very different way that is probably less broadcastable. So you get the idea anyway. And a lot of my poker sessions took place sat on a very specific type of seat. Um, so yeah, this is basically, if I just give you a quick glance over my recent sessions, this is how it's been. So we had a slight downturn, and then we sort of ground it back a little bit, had a bad session, and then yesterday we hit our target again. Played a few tournaments and couldn't really get anything going. We were only playing like low buy-in ones. We failed to satellite into the bigger ones like the Sunday Millions, and we ran not deep, but we came like 300th out of like 11,000 in the Sunday Storm, which is a good, it's a good run in isolation. But we're not playing to come 300th; we're playing to come first, aren't we? So that was a bit disappointing, and ended up basically breaking even for tournament entries after like 5 and a bit hours of playing, or probably more. Um, Whereas we hit our target playing cash through like half an hour or something like that. Anyway, after rake so far this month, we're up 1,133. You know, pretty solid. So we're happy with that. And we've just had another table open here. And so we're going to be back at it today, trying to hit our $300 cash game. Seems like a unnecessary shove. Cash game target. Um, and yeah, just keep grinding away. Hopefully we can continue getting some good luck. Yesterday's session was really good, and I'll just show you where we're at in terms of um, today's session. That's what it looks like. We're at $3. We've only played a few hands. You're joining us right near the beginning. Um, just going back to the table, we've got sixes under the gun. Raise it up, get a call from under the gun +1. Folds round to the big blind. Big blind makes the call. We miss the flop. Just looking to see a cheap showdown here. Hopefully hit a six. We'll get a few runners or something like that. And that's us done with those sixes. Just to while we're waiting for another table to populate, we'll go back and have a look at how this month has gone so far in terms of the hand chart. So let's look at this month. Let's change that settings of this month. It's been a little choppy, but overall pretty positive. And in terms of how it's gone since we started streaming at the beginning of November, looking a lot more positive. So that's really good. We just want to keep going, keep doing what we're doing, and build up our bankroll. Okay, let's see if we can get into another table somewhere. My stars will be gone. Here you are. Pocket nines and the gun. We're five-handed because someone sat out. Well, not sat out, they left. Folds around to the big blind. Excuse me. Flop comes all lower cards. I think we're going to go and bet 75% of the pot here, slightly protect our overpair. Tanking a bit. A few more people have joined the table that we were on table one, which is good. See a re-raise. This is a bit of a strange spot because it's likely that he's check raising with a pretty broad range here. I think could be check raising with a draw. Obviously, we block the straight draw, and we do have a strong hand. I think he would probably re-raise me with a stronger hand than nines pre-flop. I think. So I'm inclined to put him on two clubs at this stage. I'm not super worried about the five. He does possibly have some like ace five hands. Probably only ace five. King five's not exactly an attractive looking hand, is it? Again, he could also be flatting with the jacks or the tens. I'm just going to come along here for a call and get an eight. Pairs the board. I think I'm just hoping that he bets less than half pot and I can call or gives up. And he's given up. Yeah. Do I bet here for... If he calls with an ace, he might call with an ace. If I bet for value here, bet small. Seeing as it's double paired. He folds. Now, I'd quite like to know what he had there. I imagine he has something like ace, queen, clubs or something like that. I'm not sure. Seemed like a strange hand, but anyway, it was good for us. Oh, I just saw the stats aren't working. I'll get those set up shortly. Just going to fold the jack eight here to lead out. Right. So we want the session stats. Just have a quick look at table one. We've got third pair here. This was a small blind raise. I called. And we'll just let's check this down with marginal made hand. Probably fold. Over bet. Check both of them. Do you think it's just an over bet just to? Oh, I'm so bad. Now I want to call. I feel like the over bet just looks like he's just trying to buy it. as soon as he checked both the flop and the turn. Oh, I'm so bad. Pay him off. Oh no, we get it. Okay, good. Um, yeah, that was a weird one. I just need to I think I just need to adjust the. For the seven jack. For the 6-8. Almost there with the session stats. Sorry, I should have sorted this before the stream. Thought it was sorted, to be honest. There we are. Alright. We only missed one hand, 9-4 off, that we got sat out on, so not the end of the world. Full deuce, not exactly what we wanted. Queen 10. Let's refresh the stats, see where we're at. We're at $61. We're going to defend here with the Queen 10. We do get the Queen. 10 isn't a huge kicker here. But overall, pretty good board for us. We're going to bet just under half pot. We get another re-raise. Cool. We end up with a gut shot now. Just going to flat this again. Wow. It's very strong. I mean, obviously, I don't really want to call with Queen 10 here, but check raises the flop. I guess. I'm not sure, but he's got us beat, I presume. He's a solid player. He doesn't really get super out of line there. Really. Shame though, because we called off quite a bit there. I do feel like he's getting a bit frustrated with us. It sort of have that sense. Um, could be wrong. We get the 8 on the river, but also brings up the spade. Block any straight potential with the 7. Feel like he would have bet a queen by now. The only thing we're really scared about is the flush, which I feel like we would have seen a bet on, maybe on the flop or the turn at least. So we'll just look him up here. Yeah, that's cool. Puts us back into profit. Oh no, not quite. Not quite. So definitely like not a huge fan of table one here. Being sat between Bash and Stay Fit. They're both regs and both pretty tricky players to be up against, to be honest. There are probably easier places to play. That's not to say that I'm not, I'm happy to play them, but just feel like there are probably easier tables I could be sat at. 7-8 on the big blind there. We've got an all in on table one. What's he gonna do? Just gonna fold the 7-8 on the from the big blind to a raise on the button on table two. Waiting on table one just to see if he makes a call. Veritas does not make a call. Stay Fit's left. Run away with his ill-gotten gains. Just gonna fold the 6-9. Who will we get? Who will it be? It's Russia Ninja. Not a great addition. Raise up the ace-4. See a fold. No fold. Queen-9 here. Limp under the gun. Raise. I'm just going to fold that. Fold the king-9 from the cut-off. King-9 off. 4-8 suited. Fold. Queen-6. So it was really, really frustrating last night in the Sunday Storm. It was going really well. Ran okay. I wouldn't say we ran hot, but we did have a couple of spots where definitely was like a bit of a sweat, and we hit our card. Um, and then got it all in for about probably what would it have been like about 600,000 chip pot, with 8-8 versus Ace Jack in a and he was in the cutoff raise, and I shoved. Um, at this stage, we were about 23, 20, well, maybe like 21, 23 big blinds deep, both of us. He had a few more than me. Um, and yeah, he hit a jack on the flop. So, I mean, it's one of those pots that you've got to win, really. If we win that, then we're probably like sitting pretty for a while. And I had been a bit card dead, but that's the way tournaments go, isn't it? It was like 12, 13K up top for the winner. Would have been nice. But you can just play for so long, such high variance. Like, I much prefer cash games. I'm just going to flat here with the pocket threes to Russian Ninja. Let's just have a little look at some of his range notes. 3-bet range, jacks, ace, queen off. 2 pretty solid. Kind of polarized in areas. Just going to look to fold that. Over on table 2, we had king 10 in the big blind. Got raised by the small blind we call. Comes down king 5-9. We've got the king of hearts. Just going to raise this up. We see a call. We hit the 2 pair. It's a very good card for us. Obviously, we've got the hearts on there. Could be coming along with those. I'm not too concerned about the queen jack at this point, but obviously that is a hand that would have us beat at this stage. So we're going to bet 50% of the pot. Not a great river with a heart. Obviously now any heart or well any 2 hearts and queen jack have us beat. That's not a lot of combinations. We certainly beat a lot of just kings. I think when he checks to us here, we've got to go for value. Maybe a bit more than a third of the pot, like 40% of the pot. I think that gets called by a lot of king, jack sort of hands. Makes cool, and we did do ship it, so good value bet. What did he have? He had queen 10. Okay, it's pretty. Yeah, I guess we include queen 10 in that area. So we're in the small blind now. We're going to raise this up with the pocket fives, and we get it. Then we're going to sit out now on that table and go over to table 1. Where everyone's having a go. Let's jump in with the king 6, seeing as we've got outrageous pot odds. Okay, so we get the open-ended straight. That's nice. No real heart to speak of. 6 of hearts doesn't really. Well, I mean, it may count for something. We'll see. But I think in a multi-way pot, 4 people here, you just got to check it down. Maybe call a low bet. That's probably a bit too high, really. Yeah. Problem here is even if we call and we get an ace or we get a 9, if it comes a heart, we're sort of worried that we've lost to a flush anyway. So I think we just fold. We wouldn't have hit it, so we saved ourselves whatever it was, $9, $8 there. Excuse me for all my yawning. I think that being ill recently has well and truly taken it out of me. Going to raise up with that. Pocket queens. My cat meowing in the background. Poppy, come upstairs. Everyone folds. It's a shame. I'm just going to go and see if what my cat wants. She's meowing incessantly, so I'll be right back. It was no reason whatsoever, which is not surprising. And we're going to fold that. To be honest with you, unless we get someone sit down here without a full stack or without a purple tag, or with a purple tag, we're going to probably sit up from this table too and join somewhere else. So we'll see. We'll see who joins. Can be a little slow playing during the day. Sometimes at 1-2, to be honest. There aren't a huge number of recreational players about. I think everyone had the same idea and everyone's left. I'll fold that one. We'll play a bit short-handed and see how it goes. I don't want to laying too many hands short-handed. Just sort of lose my head really. He's set out as well. So it was always going that way. So we're gonna. Oop, almost. No, we're just gonna leave that table now. And we're on this table, but On table two, everyone's sat out. Typical, isn't it? Come on. We're on another waiting list as well. Let's see if there's anything more going on at 100, at 51. See if we can get something going there. Okay. Okay, so over on table one now, we've got a 100 NL table. We'll try and get on some more 200 NL tables, but doesn't seem to be much going on with it at the moment. We're on a waiting list, and that's all we can do. We're on two waiting lists, in fact. We're going to just defend here with the 10-9. We've got the open-ended straight, and it's rainbow, so pretty strong. Certainly enough to continue. I don't mind a raise here from in position, actually. Slightly disguises the fact that we have a draw, and also can just take it down there and then. My lord, people have left again. This was a full table when I joined. Nobody wants to play. Strange. At this rate, we'll be going down to 50 NL. Let's try and find a game. There we go. Finally, people have joined. And we have a purple tag on our right, which is lovely. No offense to anyone that winds up on my stream in a purple tag. It's purely for the fact that you sit down without a full stack, you limp pre-flop, or you post your blinds early before waiting for the big blind. And it sort of tells me that you're more here for a bit of fun. Nothing wrong with that, but good for me to be aware of. I've joined another 100 NL table as well. So table 3 and table 1 in blue are 100 NL. Green is the 200 NL, if we can get one going. Raise up the Queen Jack. Looks like Jorginho was also struggling to find a 200 NL game, and he's come down here. Table 1, we've got the pocket 8s in the big blind. It's the hand that knocked me out of the Sunday Storm last night. We get raised from the button. He's stealing 57% of the time, although only through... Oh, that's an interesting re-raise from the short stack. I might shove that. There we go. Gets it done. I just love to try and play for stacks with A8. That's my thing. That's my vibe. Okay, ace 10 again, and he's free bet. A hand again in the small blind. I'm just gonna fold that this time. Don't want to get looked at with ace 10. Oh, good time to lay that one down. Get the 4-bet shove. He's got the 8s this time, and up against ace king. It's all about the 8s. I can't see ace king winning here, especially because I've got one of the aces. Oh, and it wins. King king on the button. Hopefully he's... Oh, I was hoping he'd have a few more chips left and he'd be fuming. That's a shame. We'll raise it up from the button anyway. Let's see what we can get. No, nothing. Shame. Would have been a great time to have had kings then if those two were still battling. We get a new purple tag on our right, which is lovely. He is buying in for the full stack though, which is also lovely. Still Billy No Mates over there on 200 NL. We're on 2 waiting lists and can't get onto any other tables. King 7 on the button here. I'm just going to fold that. Fold the 3 jack. And we will raise the ace queen. 2 more people sat out on this table. Classic. Oh my lord, people are actually sitting down with me on the 200 NL table. Wow. What a good thing to see. We're going to flat here with the ace queen. Board is a bit dry. It's actually Rupert Murlock who's joined at the 200 NL, who were sat down on the 100 NL table with. Leads for 6. I'm just going to fold the ace queen. Ace 4 on the button raise. Fold round. On the 200 NL, we get raised from the small blind. I call. We flop the open-ended straight draw. bet, see a call, check back. Um, obviously, this hits his range from the small blind raise pretty hard as well. Check it back. We do get the um, effective nuts. We're gonna put in a bet here. See the fold. Obviously, there's the ace king beats us there. Just unlikely that he has it in that spot. Three bet with the ace nine. Min. I think I'm going to fold that there. It's a bit of a weird spot. There were a few different hands going on there too, which was annoying. I couldn't fully focus on that. My time bank was like whittling down on all of them simultaneously. They weren't staggered in any way, which is very frustrating. Um, yeah, I just don't really want to be playing out of position against an aggressor with ace nine. It doesn't work particularly well, so I think it's, although giving me pretty good value to call, it's not a great spot. And to be honest, the fact that he is giving me pretty good value out of still trying to be an aggressor is a weird position to be in. It looks very strong, so it's possible that he's doing that with something massive. So we'll give him the benefit of the doubt. Anyway, let's just click refresh on the stats and see where we're at. We're at $51 up for the session so far for 126 hands. That is a good rate of 26.8 big blinds per 100. Down on table 3. So we've still got two tables of 100 NL and one of 200 NL. It's quite a nice balance, to be honest. I think we're just going to flat Jorginho here. If he's raising under the gun, I'll give him credit for a decent hand. I don't have any stats on him under the gun, but it's a pretty good flop for us, so we're going to go ahead and bet it. So we have the flush, but only an 8 to a flush. So I think at this point we'll check it back, and that doesn't really change anything on this board. So I think let's just check it down. Wow, and that's a shame for him. It's he flopped the set, so good for us. Shame for him. Ace seven under the gun. We're gonna fold with one guy sat out. And ace three on table one. We're going to defend. Well, we have called. Yeah, there we go. Going to defend from the big blind. CSC bet. Do you think he's raised with any of those cards? No, it's a stupid C bet unless he's got a pocket pair. So let's test him out. Seven deuce, four. See a jack. Check it back. Another jack. We could win here with the ace high here, but I guess I put him on somewhere between eights and tens. Um, I think 4 into 30 he was going to call and see that he's got one of those six. Yeah, pretty much. I don't think there's anything wrong with the way we played that hand, to be honest. Some people see bet all the time when they're not really focusing on the board. And seven deuce four is not a board that I want to fold to when I've called a raise, especially with an ace and especially with a draw as I had. So and I'm not folding 4 into 30 big blinds. So he knew where he was at. I knew where he was at, and I just played him off just to get the data on him really. This guy is 33 up for the session. No, 4-2. Excuse me. 5-10. Give that a fold. That's not a table. 9 jack here. Call and see what's going on, shall we? We do get a 9. What do you reckon to a small bet? See where we're at. We get called. Called, call. Call, call, call. We're giving up with that now, aren't we? Anyone calling for the flush has got there. And we're going to fold to that. Raising up the tens. We see a 3-bet from the blinds. We could 4-bet here a number of times. What was the 3-bet range? Oh, that's pretty high. Okay, well, we're just going to flat. 7-3 queen. Pretty good flop for him. To rep. I feel like small bet, we've got a float here. And hope to improve. 5 isn't a bad card for us there. You could also have ace king here, don't forget, a lot of the time. Ace queen. Bigger bet now on the turn. I don't know if he's doing this with worse than tens. Feels like he has a made hand. Probably just let that go. Sixes under the gun. One person sat out. Let's play it. We get the upside down sixes, which isn't great, but we are going to see better. Get a call. Comes a 7. I think we shall check that back there and instant leads for 4.3 big blinds on the 10. I think we fold there. Flush has got there. 10, number of straight things. Yeah, I'll just give him that. We've got an interesting situation down here. I think I'm gonna make the call. Yeah, it was close, and I was a little worried about the flush. Okay, so we've got another table opened up at 200 NL. We're probably going to join that and leave the 100 NL tables for now. This is our new table. Getting quite a bit of action here. We've got the flush draw, top pair. Down here I'm betting, re-raising him. Bloody hell, this is pretty crazy. I'm going to call here. Comes a 3. Really hope he doesn't have a flush here, or ace king, or some sort of ace 8. Oh, he's all in. He did 3-bet us. I think I'm just going to call this off. Oh, has he got the ace king? Pretty gross. Did 3-bet us. I mean, we blocked the ace king, so we got an ace, but I guess he does have it sometimes. King jack, ship it. Oh, that's nice. I think because we blocked the ace king, that worked out really nicely. I didn't even see what went on down at the other table, but I think we won it. Let's have a quick look. He folded to us, so we shipped it for a pot of 9 big blinds, so that's nice. Okay, good. Update the stats, and that takes us to 232. I'm going to check this back here. So we make a king on the turn. Now he could be delay c-betting. It's a pretty random board, so I don't mind checking back for pot control here. And we obviously block a lot of straights, the fact that we've got the king and the jack here. So let's see if he bluffs. I think we can actually bet for value here and fold to a shove or rebet. What would he be raising me with? What would he be calling me with that's worse? I guess I don't know, but I'm going to put it in before the time runs out. Yeah, okay. I actually knew that was going to happen, and I just was panicked by the timer. It's amateur. I literally said out loud, like, what is he calling me with that's worse? um, but, you can't make perfect decisions all the time. You just need to try and make perfect decisions all the time. Then at least I'll be a better player. Okay, so table 1 is now this table, and table 2 is this table, and they're both 200 NL. And we're currently sat at just over $200 profit for the session. Obviously, going really well. We've made some really nice calls, some nice bets. I'm quite happy with how the session's gone so far. I've also, I've cocked up in a few spots where I knew where I was, but called it off because I had to. So yeah, I mean, 6 of one, half a dozen of the other. This guy's quite aggressive, but we'll give him the benefit of the doubt, I guess, on this occasion. 9-10 though is a nice one to play around with, but I guess let's just give it him at this stage. sometimes we can get involved. I'd rather be doing that from in position with 9-10, calling a 3-bet when I'm on the button or on the cutoff. Ten three. Not much to scream and shout about. Unless it was the flop like that on the other table. Then it would have been. So on table 2, we're just raising up the ace queen under the gun. We're going to fold our 5-jack on the button. We see a 3-bet from Zhinz. I think that's fine to call here. We do get the ace, and we've got the queen of clubs, so we're going to check that back. And we see a raise from different here, and we're going to 3-bet that up to 12 big blinds to play. Okay. I think a check raise here is good. He's an aggressive player. See, so the 3-bet paid off and they folded. And we do see a call there. We'll put in a smallish bet on the turn. Not too worried about the 3 at this point. Shoves. Oh, it's a 6 spot. Sick. Get in. What a call. Oh my god. We are making the calls today. That definitely puts us up over our target. I literally was coin flipping in my mind then and saw that I had 3 seconds left. I'm just going to fold the 3s. And decided I'm just going to sit out here because I want to talk to you guys about everything. Sit out. So I literally was like coin flipping in my mind between calling here, and I just felt like something smelt off. He's an aggressive player. I don't really have enough data to use the data that I had about him as being like a reliable tell. Like I had one example of him, his free bet range being ace king, which obviously beats us. It said that he twice on 2 occasions he's called a 2-bet from the blinds with ace 9 suited, queen 5 suited. I literally saw the queen 5 suited, and I thought that is loose. And he's got a red tag, which for me means he's aggressive. And I just think that the fact that it's all in rather than like a value bet, like he's in a position where he thinks he's got me. It's just, you've got to be so sure that you're ahead with that. and it wasn't the sort of board where you could be. So in my mind, I had like I looked down at that point, saw like the 3 seconds left, and was just like, I'm gonna call. um, but yeah, that was pretty much like a mental coin flip, and those things just sort of were shouting at me like, "Oh, just call it, call it, call it." But I wanted to lay it down anyway. Just to show you how the session went, we hit our target, woohoo, and 444. So very good. We can now fill in our um, our ledger, our cash game spreadsheet. So we'll go over to here and type that in. So it was exactly well, it's 444.06 apparently. So that's cool. And that takes us up to 1,577 for the month. Woohoo! With an average session profit of 103. And I think on average we're taking something like 2 hours per session. So that is fine. That is fine. Anyway, yeah, I mean, there's definitely some interesting hands to look at there. I think I'll go through and mark a few of these and review them again. But for now, I guess I'm gonna call it a day, call it a wrap, and finish off some other work that I've got to do. Anyway, thank you guys for tuning in, and I'll catch you guys in the next stream. Peace out. Bye.